You can add these to your journal in one tap. And when you do, there's even a writing prompt like, "What was the highlight of your visit?" So it's easy to get started. As you capture life's precious moments, you can mark important ones and revisit them later to help you find new insights or set new goals. And to stay consistent, you can schedule notifications for the start or end of your day to remind you to write and to tell you when new suggestions are available. Of course, your suggestions and entries are incredibly personal, and Journal is designed to keep them private. With on-device processing, end-to-end encryption, and the ability to lock your journal, no one but you can access it, not even Apple. So that's Journal. And now, back to Craig.
Journal will be a great way to preserve rich and powerful memories and practice gratitude. Now, I'm really excited to tell you about another new experience coming to iOS 17. With iPhone in your hand, you have all the information you need right when you need it. We saw an opportunity to create something new and different for those moments when you set iPhone down. We call it Standby. Just by turning iPhone on its side while charging, you get a new, full-screen experience with glanceable information designed to be viewed at a distance. Standby is perfect for your nightstand, kitchen counter, or desk. And with the always-on display on iPhone 14 Pro, it's always available. When you wake up, it's easy to see the time with a clock, and it's easy to personalize. Swipe up to choose from a range of beautiful clock styles. Swipe to the side, and you can look back on your favorite moments in photos. Standby automatically shuffles through your best shots, taking full advantage of the screen. It also embraces the power of widgets, which are more glanceable than ever. With a quick swipe on each widget stack, you can see the current weather, home controls, or your favorite third-party widgets. And since these are smart stacks, just like on the home screen, they automatically surface the right information at the right time, like your schedule before a meeting starts. With support for live activities, you can also see the score of the game or when your food delivery is arriving. Siri in Standby works great with rich visual results that are easy to view, and it's just as easy to ask to play music or set a timer hands-free. At night, when you're charging iPhone, Standby adapts to low light, taking on a beautiful red tone to help you sleep. And for each place you charge with MagSafe, Standby will remember your preferred view. So that's Standby. We think it's going to make iPhone even more useful in those moments when you set it down. iOS 17 has many more features, including the ability to simply say Siri to activate Siri. And now you can issue back-to-back commands without needing to say Siri again. In Maps, you can select an area and download a map to your device to use when you're offline. And in Photos, the People album is better than ever at spotting your favorite people, and now can even recognize the cats and dogs that are part of your family too. And that's iOS 17, with big updates to the phone app, with new contact posters and live voicemail, messages improvements with a new stickers experience, more ways to share with AirDrop, and improved typing and dictation, along with all new experiences like Journal and Standby. Now, let's head downstairs to talk about iPadOS. iPadOS powers iPad, our most versatile device, and it enables our users to do so many things. Over the years, we've added features that make it even more capable, from jotting down your latest ideas and notes, to working with multiple apps, to spreading out your projects across displays. And just last month, we further stretched the bounds of what's possible in iPad by bringing Final Cut Pro and Logic Pro, our industry-leading professional video and music creation apps, to iPad, redesigned from the ground up to be a touch-first, all-pro experience for the next generation of creators. Our next release, iPadOS 17, takes iPad even further, bringing new levels of personalization and making iPad even more capable, starting with widgets and the lock screen. Let me show you. Widgets were designed to quickly convey information at a glance. Now, we've made widgets interactive, and I can take action directly in the widget without even opening an app. So I can not only see my reminders, I can also tap one to mark it as complete right here. And as I do, the widget gracefully animates it away. These types of quick interactions are useful in many scenarios. At home, I can control my lights right from the home widget and start playing an album with the music widget. And developers can add interactivity to their widgets too. I can learn something new with flashcards from Quizlet and track it with streaks right away. We think these interactions with widgets are going to make the home screen so much more powerful. Next, we want to bring a greater level of customization and personalization to another space, the lock screen. Our users love personalizing the iPhone lock screen, so we're bringing that experience to iPad. Just tap and hold to get started. There are so many wonderful wallpaper options, like Photo Shuffle, Weather, and Emoji, and new ones like Kaleidoscope with those vibrant jewels and flowers. Now, I've already got a few wallpapers set up that I'm excited to show you. Enjoying my photos on the iPad lock screen is just delightful. And when you select a live photo, we use an advanced machine learning model to synthesize additional frames to create a gorgeous, smooth, slow motion effect whenever you wake iPad. Also, we've optimized wallpapers like astronomy for the large display on iPad. Of course, I can personalize it and now choose from any of the planets in the solar system, each with incredible detail. And Earth just looks stunning at this scale. I can tap the time to adjust the font and the color, and even change the font weight to get it just right. Here on the left, there's also a space to add widgets. The lock screen is a great place to see information at a glance and even perform quick actions. All right, this looks perfect. And that's how you can customize your lock screen with iPadOS 17. It's really cool. The lock screen gets one other feature that makes it even more useful: live activities. So now, right from the lock screen, you can keep track of a food order with Uber Eats, travel plans with Flighty, the score with Major League Soccer, or a timer. And we're happy to report that now you can even keep track of multiple timers. We truly live in an age of wonders. The new lock screen experience on iPad, combined with interactive widgets on the home screen, is a big step forward for how you can personalize and use iPad. Next, let's talk about an app that we're excited to bring to iPadOS for the first time: Health. The Health app has been designed to take advantage of the larger screen on iPad, so you can see rich details at a glance. And because your health data is securely synced, you can see your health information from your iPad, iPhone, Apple Watch, as well as compatible third-party apps and devices, all in one place. It's easy to see your activity, keep track of your medications, and view your trends and highlights. Interactive charts make your health data come to life, letting you dive deeply into the details. And for developers, HealthKit comes to iPad, opening up new ways to build innovative health and fitness experiences. Like Rise, who's built these compelling visualizations as part of their new iPad app. Next, let's take a look at improvements we're making to the way you work with an important type of document: PDFs. To tell you all about it, here's Jenny.
iPad is the best device for PDFs. They are built right into iPadOS, so you can open them anywhere, and they render beautifully. We use PDFs for so many things that we wanted to make them even easier to work with. Thanks to new machine learning models, iPadOS can identify the fields in a PDF, so you can use autofill to quickly fill them out with information like names, addresses, and emails from your contacts. This even works on documents you scan with the camera. And if you need to sign it, you can add a safe signature or make a new one with Apple Pencil. When you're ready, you can easily reply back with your completed form in Mail. Now, another place where we keep PDFs is in the Notes app. It's great for capturing almost any information, and it's getting a big upgrade that gives you brand
Spirals are spinning, don't fly away. The light comes to paint where you lie. And I hope that you feel it. There's no time to waste. Just take me to where we collide. And I hope that you feel it. There's no time to waste. Just take me to where we collide.
Good morning. Welcome to WWDC. And welcome to Apple Park for this very special day of announcements about our latest technologies and platforms. We love to see our amazing developers dream up big ideas and bring those ideas to life in the incredible apps they create. It's remarkable to think that this year marks the 15th anniversary of the App Store, which changed everything. Together with the iPhone, developers' apps have helped create entirely new industries, enrich the lives of our users, and change the world. We are committed to providing developers with resources, tools, and opportunities to help them do their amazing work. One of these important resources is our Worldwide Developers Conference. We are excited to kick things off with this morning's announcements. Our teams are continuing to innovate, creating breakthrough experiences for our customers. Driven by the deep integration of hardware, software, and services, these experiences deliver the magic that comes when using our products. It's something only Apple can do. Today, we're going to make some of our biggest announcements ever at WWDC. We'll be talking about the future of our incredible software platforms, as well as introducing
I didn't know this could be so easy. Big.
Introducing the 15-inch MacBook Air. It's the world's best 15-inch laptop. And here's Kate to tell you all about it.
The new Air has everything you could want in a 15-inch laptop. It starts with a design that's astonishingly thin and light, yet feels incredibly solid and durable. It's only 11.5 millimeters thin, making it the world's thinnest 15-inch laptop. And it's easy to carry around at just over 3 pounds. It features MagSafe charging, 2 Thunderbolt ports, and a headphone jack for versatile connectivity. And it comes in 4 gorgeous finishes, including Midnight and Starlight. The Air has a brilliant liquid retina display with an expansive 15.3-inch screen that's surrounded by thin 5mm borders, so you can see even more of your content. And with up to 500 nits of brightness and support for 1 billion colors, everything looks remarkably rich and vibrant. It has a great 1080p camera for video calls, along with a 3-mic array, so you come through loud and clear. And the new Air sounds awesome. With 6 speakers, including force-canceling woofers, it delivers immersive spatial audio. All of this is enabled by the M2 chip, which delivers amazing performance and battery life. In fact, the new Air is 12 times faster than the fastest Intel-based MacBook Air, and it gets an astonishing 18 hours of battery life. So what makes the new Air the world's best 15-inch laptop? Well, 15-inch PC laptops are full of trade-offs between performance, display resolution, battery life, and design. When compared to the best-selling 15-inch PC laptop with a Core i7 processor, MacBook
Air. And with M2 Ultra's Media Engine, video editors can play back a mind-blowing 22 streams of 8K ProRes video. No other computer in the world comes close. Mac Studio with M2 Ultra is also a whopping 6 times faster than the most powerful Intel-based iMac. M2 Max and M2 Ultra take Mac Studio performance to a whole new level. For connectivity, Mac Studio now has higher bandwidth HDMI, enabling up to 8K resolution and 240 Hz frame rates. And with M2 Ultra, it can support an incredible 6 Pro Display XDRs, driving over 100 million pixels. So that's the new Mac Studio. It's a performance powerhouse, taking demanding workflows to the next level. And we're not done yet. There are some pro users who want ultimate performance, yet depend on internal PCI expansion as well. Like audio engineers at Skywalker Sound, who work on feature films like Oscar winner Top Gun Maverick, and artists at Color Collective, who grade films like Oscar winner Everything Everywhere All at Once. So today, we're bringing Apple Silicon to one more Pro product. Introducing Mac Pro with Apple Silicon. It combines our most powerful chip with PCI expansion to tackle the most demanding workflows. First, every Mac Pro comes with the outrageous performance of M2 Ultra. Compared to the fastest Intel-based Mac Pro, many real-world Pro workflows like video transcoding and 3D simulation are 3 times faster. A key reason is the amount of unified memory in M2 Ultra, which is up to a gigantic 192 gigabytes. It enables the new Mac Pro to do things simply not possible before, like render Disney's Moana Island scene with massive geometry and textures. Another reason is M2 Ultra's Media Engine, which accelerates video processing. The Intel-based Mac Pro does this using Afterburner, a card that can play 3 streams of 8K ProRes video. Now, every Mac Pro has Afterburner performance built in. And not just one, but the performance of 7 Afterburner cards. It's incredible. In fact, when using 6 video I/O cards, Mac Pro can ingest 24 4K camera feeds and encode them to ProRes in real time, all on a single machine. And the wide array of advanced connectivity on Mac Pro gets even better with 8 built-in Thunderbolt ports, 6 on the back and 2 on the top, which is twice as many as before. Finally, Mac Pro brings PCI expansion to Apple Silicon. It features 6 open expansion slots that support Gen 4, which is 2 times faster than before. So users can customize Mac Pro with essential cards, including audio and video I/O, networking, and storage. Finally, it's available in both tower and rack mount enclosures. So that's the new Mac Pro, powered by Apple Silicon. With incredible M2 Ultra performance, tremendous connectivity, and the versatility of PCI expansion, it takes even the most demanding workflows to a whole new level. Now, back to John.
Today we've announced not just one, but the 2 most powerful Macs we've ever made. Mac Studio with M2 Max still starts at $19.99, an incredible value for pro users. And with huge performance increases from M2 Ultra, Mac Pro starts at $69.99. You can order both products today, and they'll be available next week. They join our other Pro systems to give our users the most powerful and capable lineup of Pro products that Apple has ever offered. This completes the transition to Apple Silicon, which has completely transformed the desktop and laptop experience. And we're just getting started. For Intel-based Mac users, every Mac is now a gigantic upgrade. And for PC users, there's never been a better time to switch to a Mac. Now back to Tim.
With Apple Silicon, it's remarkable how far we've taken the Mac in such a short amount of time. It's the best and most capable lineup in the history of the personal computer, and I couldn't be more excited about its future. And it's the integration of our hardware and software that brings our amazing products to life. Our software platforms enable our developers to do their amazing work, as well as provide incredible experiences for our users. So to tell you what's new with our software platforms, here's Craig.
Let's start with iOS. This year, we looked across the entire iPhone experience to provide delightful new features that make the things you do on iPhone more personal and intuitive. Our next release, iOS 17, delivers more expressive communication, simplified sharing, more intelligent input, and all new experiences for your iPhone. Let's begin with some major updates to 3 apps that are central to how you communicate with people every day: Phone, FaceTime, and Messages. The Phone app is essential to the iPhone experience. Some of our most special moments start with a phone call, and we're making a big update to the Phone app this year. First, we're giving you a brand new way to express yourself with personalized contact posters. You get to customize exactly how you're represented when you give people a call. Contact posters feature beautiful treatments for both photos and memoji, paired with eye-catching typography. And in Chinese and Japanese, the new layout with vertical text looks incredible. This rich new visual identity doesn't just show up in calls. It's also part of your contact card, so you'll have a consistent look across the places where you communicate and share. With posters, you're in control. Customizing your poster works a lot like personalizing your lock screen. Decide on the image, font, and color. The possibilities are endless. And when calls come your way, whether they're from your neighbor, your friend, or your boss, they're going to stand out in a whole new way. And for developers, this all works with CallKit. So posters will appear for calls placed via third-party VoIP apps too. Next, we have a powerful new feature to help you make a more informed decision about when to answer an incoming call: live voicemail. Sometimes when a call comes in from an unknown number, it's hard to know whether it's one you want to pick up. Now, when someone calls you and leaves a message, you'll see a live transcription in real time as they speak. If it's something you want to address right away, you can pick up the call to talk to them right then and there. This is great for calls from friends and family too. Imagine you get a phone call while in a meeting and want to know whether it's something urgent or if it can wait until the meeting is wrapped. you'll see the voicemail right on your screen, so you can decide whether to step out and take the call. Thanks to the power of the Neural Engine, live voicemail transcriptions are handled on device, preserving your privacy. And there's another type of call getting a big update: FaceTime, where we've added one of our most requested communication features. Now, when you call someone on FaceTime and they aren't available, you'll be able to leave a message. So whether you're just calling to say hey or want to share a precious moment, you can record a message so that they can enjoy it later. Next, to tell you about some updates to another way we love to share and communicate every day, here's Kim.
Messages is the way we stay connected with the people who matter most. To start, let's quickly cover some key improvements that make using messages even faster and more convenient. First, search is more powerful and precise with the addition of search filters. So now you can start a search and then add additional terms to narrow the results to find exactly what you're looking for. Next, a new catch-up arrow in the top right of your conversation lets you jump to the first message you haven't seen. It's perfect on busy days when the group chat is blowing up. We've also made replying inline faster than ever. Just swipe to reply on any bubble. And for those times when you get an audio message but you aren't able to listen right away, they're now transcribed so you can read them in the moment and listen later. Finally, location sharing now lets you keep track of your friend's location directly in the conversation. Next, I'd like to share an important new feature for those situations where you want to let a loved one know you made it back home safely. Check-in. Whether you're walking home after dark or going for an early morning run, you can start check-in with a family member or friend to let them know when you get home safely. As soon as you arrive, check-in automatically detects that you're home and lets your friend know. But if something unexpected were to happen while you're on your way, it can recognize that you're not making progress towards your destination and check in with you. And if you don't respond, it can automatically share useful information such as your current location and the route you took. And they'll also be able to see your battery level and cell service status so they know if you might be able to take their call. And any information shared with your friend is end-to-end encrypted. So that's check-in, an easy way to feel reassured that your loved ones have your back. We also have an updated design for how you get to all your iMessage apps. They used to live above your keyboard, and now they are gracefully tucked away, giving your conversations this sleek new look. With just a tap of this new plus button, you'll see all the things you send the most, like your photos, audio messages, and location. And when you swipe up, you'll see all your iMessage apps there too. Also inside this menu is something you are going to love, a brand new stickers experience. Let me show it to you. By tapping the plus button and then tapping stickers, you'll see the brand new drawer that brings all my stickers into one place, like my recently used stickers, Memoji, and any sticker packs I've downloaded. And we've made all emoji into stickers. I can peel and stick an emoji sticker, and I can rotate and resize it too. Last year, we introduced the ability to lift a subject from the background of your photos, and now those subjects can be turned into stickers. By tapping the new Live Stickers tab, I see all the stickers I've made with my own photos. Let me show you how I made these. I'll tap the plus button. I can pick any one of these photos and turn it into a sticker. And check this out. When I tap on the Live Photos tab, I see all of the live photos that will make great animated stickers. Why don't we make a sticker out of this one? And just like that, it gets added right into my Live Stickers tab. From there, I can send my sticker inline or peel and stick like this. You can also add effects to live stickers. When you tilt your phone in messages, they really come to life. Best of all, you can now react to messages by adding stickers directly to any bubble from the tapback menu. And the fun doesn't stop in messages. We've added stickers system-wide, so you can access your full sticker collection in markup and anywhere you can access emoji today, including in third-party apps. So that's messages. Now, back to Craig.
These updates to messages, FaceTime, and phone will enhance the way we communicate every day. iPhone provides many ways to share content with others, and we have some exciting updates to how we share with AirDrop. AirDrop makes it easy to share a file with a colleague or send photos to a friend in seconds. And this year, we're expanding how you can use AirDrop to share in all new ways, starting with how you swap your number with someone new. Today, you either hand your phone to them or one of you dictates your information while the other types it. Now, there's a better way: Name Drop. With Name Drop, you can just bring your phones close together. You'll see the same contact poster we talked about for phone calls, and you can easily choose the phone numbers and email addresses you want to share along with it. And share them just like that. And to make exchanging contacts even more convenient, you can use Name Drop with an iPhone and an Apple Watch too. And we're also using this same gesture to make it easier than ever to AirDrop content and even kick off shared experiences. When you want to share the stunning photos you took on your latest adventure, again, just bring your phones close together. It's that simple. And for those times when someone is sending over a ton of photos or a large video file and you need to step away, you can now leave AirDrop range and your content will continue to send securely in full quality over the internet. You can also bring your devices together to instantly kick off a shared activity using SharePlay.
Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video.
To stay on the
Guys,
same beat.
in this video, I'm going to talk
And for
you through
developers,
9
this will work
critical
automatically
builds
for apps that
and how
support
to do them
SharePlay.
in Raid
So
Shadow
you can
Legends.
bring your phones
if you can
together
even master
to
the
watch
first
the same
4,
live
you'll
stream
be
on
out the
Twitch,
traps to be able to
or
do
jump
anything
into a
in the
coding
game
game together
and kind of
with
get on your
Emoji.
way.
It's
I'm going to show
never
you
been
9 different
easier to
builds, and we're
share.
going to be using the Hell
Next,
Hades
let's
optimizer
talk
to do it.
about some enhancements
By the way,
that will
as
make
of today,
text input
it's
even
now
more intelligent
free to use
with
for
the
Macs,
keyboard
free
and
to use for
dictation.
anyone on a PC.
iOS
there are
17
some perks
brings
for
big
anyone
updates
who's
to
a
the
member
intelligence
that is
in the
uncommon
keyboard
or higher,
that improve the
but everybody
experience
else is a
every
freebie.
time you
We've
type.
unlocked Macs
It starts
completely
with the
after
feature
doing
at
the
the
beta
core
testing.
of typing
If
accurately
you
on
have been
iPhone.
living under a rock or you're new
Autocorrect.
to Raid, and you're
Autocorrect
unaware
is
of what the
powered by
optimizer even
on-device
is,
machine learning.
basically you can go
And
to
over the years, we've
hellhades.com,
continued to advance these
click on
models.
optimizer,
The keyboard
and you can
now
download this
leverages
tool,
a
which I'm going to show you today. Basically, I'm going to do these
search
9
is
builds
more
using
powerful
the
and
optimizer.
precise with the
It
addition
doesn't
of
mean
search filters.
if you play on a
So now
mobile,
you can
this
start a
video
search.
is useless because you use the same logic when you're doing your builds on your mobile phone. It's just perhaps not quite as precise as when you're using the optimizer. So I'd like to thank Bloodline, Heroes of Lethas, for sponsoring this video. New legends will be born. So this game was recently released and it is performing well. You will be able to download using a link down below, and I will be dropping a promo code to give you a Brucey bonus start with a new champion, some gold, some diamonds, all the good stuff from the start. So I genuinely think that Bloodline's got the potential to mix up the gacha scene right now. They've got 3D fantasy Western style kind of graphics, which we all know and love. Yeah, and that's going to be the kind of first tick. We need to get that part done. So this fantasy RPG, it does have a tower to climb. It does have arena fights. It does have guild raids. All the sort of things that we want within this style of game and more. You also build up your kingdom and have a kind of like soft economy to try and drive as well. There's an awesome variety of champions, of legendary heroes that you'll be able to collect. And you can actually marry 2 different types of legendaries together and create an heir. And they've got this heir system, which I think is going to be super cool, because you can actually, like, it's a bit of an RNG thing, but you can get yourself a really cool new hero from mixing 2 bloodlines together. So to give you an example of how this can actually work, we've got a hero here, Karg. He is cool as well. I'm genuinely going to hit upload to website, and basically what it does is it takes like a screen capture of your account. Yeah, it understands everything that's just happened on your account. If you then go and do a dungeon or you change a build, it will live update. So it will refresh that update. But this is like a clean, fresh look at my account as it stands right now. So you come to this page here, and there's a number of different options. I'm going to be doing champion builds today, so I'm going to show you 9 different builds. But you can do a couple of other things as well. You can go into the team optimizer and basically look at suggested teams for your account. So what it will do is it will look at champions that you own, and it will suggest a team based on champions you own. So if I wanted to build a better Ice Golem team, for example, for stage 25, I could hit suggest team, and then I could say, give me a team that's got at least a 98% win rate, and show me the fastest teams that exist. Hit apply filter, and then it starts to throw out some crazy teams for my account that I could try and copy. I then hit view variations, and it tells me the speeds of the champions that I'm going to try and copy. And if I am an uncommon or higher member, so I get all of the perks, then I can also see this kind of like full page breakdown of what that team was wearing, what type of stats they had. And you can also hit show all to show if there's any like AI setups for that particular team. So you can do that for anywhere in the game. Yeah, you can literally come in and be like, you can go, let's just back. You can go into anywhere in the game, like Hydra, you know, if you're trying to build a better Hydra team, if you're trying to do, I don't know, Faction Wars, if you're trying to do Doom Tower stuff, it's all in here. Just be aware for Doom Tower, because I get this question a lot. There's basically 3 rotations of Doom Tower. This isn't the boss Eternal Dragon. It's just what the game calls rotation 2, the Eternal Dragon rotation. And then from there, you say normal or hard, and you say what stage you're on. So if you're on stage 90, for example, that's how you find the Griffin. Yeah. And again, same sort of idea. Hit suggest team, and it'll pop out teams that are doing it well, and you hit the filters that you want. So that's all in there. There's a whole bunch of other stuff as well. If you're a paid member, then you get this kind of like artifact rating system, which myself and Saphira from HH Gaming designed. It's not foolproof. It doesn't mean you have to sell everything that says weak or, you know, or anything below strong. There will be some things where you need to apply your own logic, but generally it's a pretty good system just to say, is it something I should be keeping or not? And I probably need to do a bit of a cleanup myself. Anyway, let's get into the builds. So if it kind of pops up, you're like, I can't work out what's going on. Why is it only showing me this? Just try hitting reset filter. What it will be doing is it will just be like capturing what you did before. And you'll see here, I've got a bunch of locked champions. You see this little padlock? I can decide what tier of locking they have. So if I've got someone who's locked 5, basically that's all of my like critical builds. If I have someone who's locked 4, I could choose later down the line to actually use some of their gear if I want to. And you could have locks 4 down to 1, obviously 5 down to 1. So you have 5 different groupings. You just decide which each of those groupings are. It might be that you're like, my arena champions are locked 5, my clan boss team is locked 4, my dungeon runners are locked 3, and then at some point in the future you might decide, well, I don't mind if I steal gear from my dungeon team for this particular build. Then you can include all of your locked 3 champions. That's the why we've done it in the way we've done it. Okay, so let's show all of my roster, and we're going to start with the first build. We're going to go with how to build a speed champion. It's a basic one. Yeah, so it might be a champion like an Arbiter. You pick up your champion, you hit optimize artifacts here. And again, you don't have to be in the optimizer to do this. I'm just trying to show you what I would do. So for a basic build, just like someone that we want to run fast, we basically go into our battle, and optimization goal, we're actually going to want to pick balanced. Yeah, there's 3 options here: balanced, damage, or survivability. Balance means I just kind of want to push a couple of stats. Damage, I want damage. And then survivability, EHP, that's the most effective health points that you can have. So basically what it's doing is it's merging health and tankiness together. Yeah, health and defense together in the right possible way. So we're going to go balanced. We're going to go into stats. Again, if I've got somebody that I've used before, it will remember what I did last time. So if I used a particular set, it will remember it. If you want to just clear all of that off, you can just hit reset, and it will reset everything back to nothing again. So balanced, go into stats. All I want to do is say, give me as much speed as you can. Simple one. And it will say, right, on your gear, Hell Hades, the best we can do is get you up to 371. Okay? And then if you hit view, it will find those items. Yeah, so that's a simple one. If you want to get a build where it just focuses on one stat, then balanced and hit that stat. Second one is a debuffer. Second champion we want is a debuffer. Let's just pick out a Stagnite. So for a debuffer, we actually need a combination of 2 stats predominantly. We want good accuracy and we want good speed. Think about it. Someone like a Stag Knight, someone who's going to do debuffing from your team, generally they want to do it before your damage goes. This is especially important for a drop defense champion. So you want to go before your damage and you want to make sure that you land your abilities. Yeah, so hit optimize and start, and it will find me a fast build with good accuracy. Now you might look at this and be like, whoa, that's way over the top on the accuracy that I needed, or it's not enough. So you can actually just kind of like back up and say, whoa, whoa, whoa. No, forget that. I don't want more than 250 accuracy here. Or you might throw it the other way if it's not pulling you enough and say, whoa, whoa, I want at least 200. Now just remember, with these sliders, what you're actually saying is, I want 200 and then I still want you to prioritize it. So actually, if I want 200, I'll take the priority off completely. And then I'll just say, I want at least 200 accuracy, but make him as fast as possible. And this will then be my debuffer now coming in much quicker, but at the accuracy that I want. And then you might be like, yeah, but I also need them to be able to take a hit. So make sure you do give me some health and a bit of defense as well. I don't really care about crit rate, for example. And then bam, again, it changes the build to fast with the accuracy I need, but now it's prioritizing some health for me as well. Yeah. With my level of gear, I'd be more like, well, hold on a minute. Give me all of that. Give me what I want in speed and accuracy, but actually I want some crit rate as well. I then hit the reset, and again, it will give me the crit rate I want, the accuracy I want, and fast. Okay, so that's the second build. That's the debuffer. Now we're going to move on to a nuker. Someone who's going to be my damage dealer. So let's pull out, I don't know, let's pull out a Kayle. And what we're going to do is going to reset everything again. So for a Kayle or a damage dealer, we want to go into the battle screen and we want to choose damage. And if you've got a particular skill that you want to do damage with, like Kayle's got a really strong A2, you do want to select the skill that you want to do damage with, because you've got slightly different multipliers building up here. It's also worth selecting the amount of defense roughly that you're up against. So you might be like, well, this is against arena champions, so most of them are going to have 3,000 defense, for example. Okay. We're then going to go into stats. Now this time it's going to choose to give me 100% crit rate automatically, and that's what you want for a damage dealer. And after that, it will then decide the best gear from your account, yeah, for damage. So if you've got good savage gear, it will choose it over non-savage gear if the stats are good enough. And that's, again, something that you're going to want to be looking for. Now, with a Kayle, actually on his A2, if we go into his skills here, his A2, he gets an extra 15% crit rate from his hits. So actually, I can override this one and say, whoa, whoa, whoa. Kayle doesn't need 100%. I only need 85. Yeah. So for Kayle, we want to go 85. But normally for your nuker, you want 100% crit rate. They want to be crit capped. And then you want to say, I do need some speed. Normally for your nuker, you actually don't need them so fast. So let's call it 170 speed that I need. You'll make decisions as to whether or not you want accuracy or not. But generally, I'd advise for a plain nuker, you don't want accuracy unless you're using them in a lot of other content as well. And there's skills that you want to land. Kayle's a good example here. If I was using Kayle as my arena nuker, but I also needed him in Clan Boss, then I would have put 230 base accuracy in there for Ultra Nightmare. If it was Nightmare, 170, and you go backwards from there. But for Kayle, all we're going to say here is give me 170 speed, give me 85 crit rate, and then optimize me for damage. And it will start working through my gear, and it will be pulling out basically the best combination of attack and crit damage when you merge them together. And there is a sweet spot for those two stats. We then hit view, and it'd be like, right, actually you need to take some gear off of champions in the game. So you see here the champion that's popped up. I can find that gear in the game and go and equip it. So crit damage gloves, for example, attack percent chest that's sitting on my septum. And actually a cool thing you can do if you are what the damage will do, or what the